In the icy Southern Ocean, a humpback whale surfaces, but it is not alone. Beneath the waves, a remarkable event unfolds. A ballet of giants, a hunt built on perfect coordination. The whales descend, vanishing into the blue, preparing for a hunt that relies on teamwork, not brute force. The leader signals, and a stream of bubbles spirals upward. One by one, the pod joins, weaving a shimmering wall of bubbles, a bubble net. Krill, the ocean's lifeblood, are trapped within this effervescent cage, unable to escape. The net tightens, concentrating the krill into a dense ball. The whale's movements push the prey closer, the bubble wall acting as a barrier. For the krill, it's a beautiful but lethal prison. For the whales, a perfectly executed plan. With the trap set, the whales surge upward in unison, mouths wide, breaking through the center of the net. They engulf thousands of gallons of water, filtering out the krill through their baleen plates. The ocean churns as the giants feast, their mission accomplished. This spectacle is a powerful reminder. In the wild, cooperation is a masterpiece of survival. Here, teamwork is not just an advantage, it's the key to thriving in the harshest seas. The ocean's silver net is nature's proof that unity can turn air and instinct into a weapon. The bubble-netting whales are just one example, nature's blueprint for collective power in action. Across continents and oceans, survival is often determined by the ability to unite. In the wild, numbers mean more than safety, they mean opportunity. A solitary hunter faces daunting odds. Prey can outmaneuver, escape, or even turn the tables. But when individuals band together, the hunt transforms into a symphony of strategy. Packs operate as a single fluid entity, each member reading the landscape, anticipating the movements of both prey and their own kin. Communication is silent but precise, a flick of an ear, a shift in posture, a shared glance. Wolves encircle massive bison, exploiting confusion and fatigue. They coordinate flanking maneuvers, driving their quarry into the snow, isolating the weakest. Lion prides employ ambush and pincer tactics, using the cover of tall grass and the element of surprise. They target the vulnerable, but only through relentless teamwork can they subdue prey many times their size. For the young, every hunt is a lesson. Pups and cubs watch, mimic, and learn the subtle cues that spell the difference between feast and famine. Elders pass down knowledge, how to read the wind, when to strike, and when to retreat. The pack becomes a living archive, its wisdom etched in every successful hunt. Bonds forged in the chase extend beyond the kill. After the hunt, social rituals reinforce trust and cooperation. Packs defend their territory fiercely, forming a living shield around their young. When injury or scarcity strikes, the group adapts. Members share food, care for the wounded, and adjust their tactics to the changing environment, ensuring the survival of all. African wild dogs rely on relentless stamina and seamless coordination, while wolves use haunting howls to rally the pack and mark their domain. Each species refines its own code of unity. Whether traversing open plains or dense forests, these alliances endure. Packs become dynasties, their strength measured not just in numbers, but in the depth of their cooperation. In the wild, the alliance of the pack is nature's ultimate survival strategy, an ever-evolving testament to the power of unity, adaptation, and shared purpose. Beneath the endless blue, the ocean conceals a world where survival is a relentless contest of wit and power. Here, the most formidable hunters are not solitary shadows, but orchestrators of complex strategies, masters of the marine hunt. Among them, the orca reigns supreme. With intelligence rivaling any in the animal kingdom, orcas are apex predators, whose tactics are as varied as the seas they roam. These hunters move in tightly knit pods, families bound by intricate social bonds and unique dialects. Each pod is a living library of knowledge, passing down hunting traditions through generations. In the frozen Antarctic, orcas demonstrate astonishing teamwork. They align in perfect formation, surging forward to generate powerful waves that shatter the icy refuge of seals. The ice trembles, and the seal's sanctuary becomes a trap. If the seal clings on, the pod regroups, circling with silent communication, then charges again. Each attempt is a calculated risk, turning the ocean's force into a weapon. The prey's fate hangs on the edge of every surge. In other corners of the world, orcas employ daring tactics, lunging onto beaches to snatch unsuspecting sea lion pups. Timing and precision are everything. A single mistake could strand the hunter. In northern waters, orcas herd herring into shimmering bait balls, corralling thousands of fish with coordinated movements. The prey, panicked and compressed, become easy targets. With a thunderous slap of their tails, orcas stun the fish, picking them off one by one. Each strike is a display of power and precision, honed by years of practice. Young calves watch and learn, absorbing every nuance of the hunt. These lessons are not instinct alone, they are culture, passed from mother to calf, ensuring the survival of the pod. Dolphins, too, are virtuosos of cooperation. Working in synchrony, they herd fish into tight groups, driving them into shallow waters or encircling them with living walls. As night falls, spinner dolphins orchestrate nocturnal hunts, encircling prey beneath the cover of darkness, their movements a ballet of speed and agility. Bottlenose dolphins employ a different trick, churning up the seafloor to create rings of mud, trapping fish within a swirling prison. The prey leap in panic, only to be snatched from the air. These techniques are not innate, they are taught, practiced, and refined. Calves shadow their elders, learning the subtle cues and signals that spell the difference between hunger and a successful hunt. In this underwater realm, cooperation is the ultimate weapon. Pods that hunt together thrive, while the solitary struggle. The ocean's greatest hunters are also its greatest collaborators, their success written in the synchronized movements of the hunt. In the ever-shifting world beneath the waves, survival is a symphony of teamwork, strategy, and inherited wisdom, where every hunt is a testament to the power of unity in the wild. In the wild, dolphins are masters of cooperation, forming intricate alliances that shape their survival. Bottlenose dolphins, for example, are renowned for their ability to coordinate hunts. Working in synchrony, they herd schools of fish into tight balls, driving them toward shallow waters or natural barriers. Within these groups, dolphins communicate using a complex array of clicks, whistles, and body language. Each member plays a specific role. Some circle the prey, while others surge through the center, scattering fish and making them easier to catch. This strategy, known as carousel feeding, is a testament to their intelligence and social bonds. The dolphins' ability to anticipate each other's movements and respond instantly is crucial for success. Alliances among dolphins can be remarkably sophisticated. In some populations, males form long-term partnerships, working together to secure access to females or defend territory from rivals. These alliances are not just about hunting, they are social contracts, maintained through grooming, play, and vocal exchanges. Trust and cooperation are the foundation of dolphin society. In the world of dolphins, natural alliances are a powerful force, enabling them to outwit prey, deter predators, and thrive in complex marine environments. These remarkable strategies reveal the depth of dolphin intelligence and the evolutionary advantages of working together in the wild. Deep in the rainforests, the ground pulses with life, a colony of army ants on the move. Their dark, shifting mass weaves through the tangled undergrowth, each ant guided by instinct and the invisible trails left by their sisters. Alone, an ant is vulnerable. Together, millions become an unstoppable force. Their coordination is astonishing. Each ant senses the movements of those around her, adjusting her pace and direction to maintain the living river's flow. Their hunt is a relentless raid, a living carpet that consumes everything in its path. Prey animals, from insects to small vertebrates, are quickly surrounded and dismantled by the synchronized assault. Ants communicate with pheromones, coordinating their advance with precision. Each touch of antennae relays vital information, directions, warnings, and the scent of food, ensuring the entire colony moves as one. When faced with obstacles, they build living bridges, linking bodies to cross gaps. No river, crevice, or fallen branch can halt their advance. Their bodies become the tools to overcome the forest's endless challenges. At night, they form a bivouac, a nest made of their own bodies, protecting the queen and young. The outer workers lock together, shielding the vulnerable brood from predators, rain, and the chill of the forest night. Their march sends waves of panic through the undergrowth, flushing out prey. Creatures that sense the vibration of millions of feet flee in all directions, desperate to escape the oncoming tide. Antbirds follow, feasting on creatures fleeing the swarm, a secondary alliance. Other forest dwellers, like lizards and spiders, also take advantage of the chaos, snatching up prey that the ants have flushed from hiding. The ants' cooperation shapes the entire ecosystem. Their raids alter the behavior of countless species, and their presence transforms the forest floor, leaving behind a changed landscape. Even the smallest creatures united can become giants of their domain. Their teamwork allows them to move objects many times their own weight, overcoming obstacles that would defeat any one ant alone. The army ant's march is a testament to the power of collective action. Through coordination, adaptability, and sheer numbers, they conquer the challenges of the rainforest, leaving an indelible mark on the world beneath the trees. Beneath the waves, coral reefs form sprawling underwater cities, teeming with a dazzling array of life. These intricate structures, built by countless generations of tiny coral polyps, provide shelter and sustenance for an astonishing diversity of marine creatures. Yet, these vibrant metropolises face a formidable threat. The crown-of-thorns starfish, a voracious predator capable of consuming vast swathes of living coral in a single feeding. The crown-of-thorns starfish, with its spiny arms and insatiable appetite, can devastate entire reef sections, leaving behind barren skeletons where life once flourished. But the coral cities are not defenseless against this menace. Hidden among the coral branches, tiny crabs and shrimps make their homes. These diminutive guardians are ever vigilant, patrolling their territory and sensing the slightest disturbance. When a crown-of-thorns starfish approaches, these crustaceans spring into action. Swarming over the invader, they nip at its sensitive tube feet and harass it relentlessly, making the starfish's advance difficult and dangerous. This collective defense is remarkably effective. The persistent attacks of the tiny guardians often force the starfish to retreat, sparing the coral from destruction. Corals protected by these vigilant bodyguards experience far less predation, maintaining their vibrant health and supporting the bustling life around them. This relationship is a striking example of mutualism. The coral offers shelter and food to its tiny residents, while the guardians provide unwavering protection, ensuring the survival of both partners. Together, these small defenders form a miniature army, their coordinated efforts safeguarding the very foundation of the reef ecosystem. Throughout the reef, alliances like these are woven into the fabric of life. Cooperation and interdependence are essential for survival in this complex environment. Even the smallest defenders can tip the balance in the ongoing battle for life, proving that in the coral cities, every creature plays a vital role in the grand design of nature. In the wild, the balance of power is never fixed. Size and strength may seem like the ultimate advantages, but nature is full of surprises, where the small, through cunning and unity, can topple the mighty. Picture a pride of lions, not the largest animals on the savannah, but through flawless teamwork they encircle a massive buffalo. Each lion knows its role. Some distract, others ambush. Their coordinated attack turns a formidable opponent into a shared victory. But it's not just predators who use numbers. Swallows, tiny and swift, band together to mob a hawk. They dive and swoop, harassing the raptor until it flees, overwhelmed by their relentless persistence. On the sun-baked plains, meerkats face a deadly cobra. Alone, each meerkat would be easy prey. But together they puff up, hiss, and dart in and out, confusing the snake until it gives up and slithers away. In the insect world, ants are masters of collective power. A single ant is fragile, but a swarm can overpower creatures many times their size, swarming over a beetle or even a small lizard, their numbers turning the tide. Honeybees, when threatened by a giant hornet, form a living ball around the intruder. They vibrate their bodies, raising the temperature until the hornet succumbs. An ingenious defense that only works through perfect cooperation. Crows, too, are known for their intelligence and unity. When an eagle threatens their territory, a mob of crows will dive bomb and chase the giant bird, driving it away with sheer determination and numbers. Wild dogs, though smaller than their prey, use relentless pursuit and precise coordination to exhaust and isolate a wildebeest. Their success lies not in brute force, but in their ability to work as one. Even the vulnerable musk oxen have a strategy. When wolves approach, the herd forms a defensive circle, horns out, calves in the center. The wolves, faced with a wall of defiance, often retreat. In the ocean, tiny fish form massive schools, moving as a single shimmering entity. When a shark attacks, the school splits and reforms, confusing the predator and making it nearly impossible to single out a victim. Termites, though small and soft-bodied, can overwhelm a lizard that invades their mound. By swarming in unison, they drive the intruder out, proving that even the tiniest defenders can repel a giant. These are not just stories of survival, but of strategy, each species inventing new ways to turn weakness into strength. In nature, the group becomes a force greater than any individual. The smallest creatures, united by purpose, can stand up to the deadliest foes and rewrite the rules of the wild. Here, bravery is a collective act, and the wild is full of reversals, where the weak together become strong. Survival is not just about muscle or might, but about standing together, adapting, and outsmarting the odds. The lesson is clear. In the great theatre of life, unity and teamwork are the ultimate equalizers, allowing the small to overcome the mighty in ways both astonishing and real. In the wild, the balance between predator and prey is a living, breathing force, constantly shaped by the alliances animals forge and the ever-changing environment around them. Cooperative hunting strategies, from the synchronized bubble netting of humpback whales to the calculated wave-washing of killer whales, grant predators a fleeting advantage. Packs of wild dogs and pods of dolphins demonstrate how unity and communication can turn the tide in their favor, allowing them to outmaneuver even the most elusive prey. Yet nature is a master of adaptation. Prey species respond with their own alliances. Gazelles cluster tightly to confuse attackers, while meerkats post sentinels to warn of danger, each individual playing a vital role in the group's survival. Massive herds, like wildebeest stampeding across the savannah or caribou migrating over frozen tundra, create chaos that disrupts a predator's focus, making it difficult to single out a target. In the ocean, schools of fish move as one, forming swirling bait balls or shifting direction in a heartbeat, dazzling and evading predators with their collective agility. Above, flocks of birds, whether starlings in mesmerizing murmurations or shorebirds wheeling over tidal flats, respond instantly to the slightest threat, their unity a shield against aerial hunters. Safety in numbers becomes a living barrier, compelling predators to evolve ever more sophisticated tactics, ambushes, coordinated chases, or stealthy approaches. This evolutionary arms race is relentless. Predators refine their strategies, sometimes hunting in pairs or using deception, while prey develop new forms of vigilance and collective defense, such as mobbing or alarm calls. The balance of power is never fixed. It is a dynamic dance, with each side adapting to the other's innovations, sometimes through camouflage, sometimes through overwhelming numbers. Cooperation is a double-edged sword, wielded by both hunters and the hunted. Wolves flank herds with precision, while musk oxen form defensive circles, horns out, to protect their young. As environments shift through drought, flood, or changing seasons, animals must constantly adapt, altering their alliances and tactics to survive new threats and seize new opportunities. The struggle for survival is a perpetual cycle. Teamwork, adaptation, and resilience are the keys that unlock nature's enduring strength. In the wild, the only constant is the power of working together. Alliances that shift and evolve, ensuring that life in all its forms endures. Across the frozen Antarctic seas and the lush, teeming Amazon forests, a single thread connects the most resilient and thriving species: teamwork. In the ocean's depths, humpback whales choreograph intricate bubble nets, encircling fish with columns of air, while orcas strategize together, launching waves to unseat seals from icy flows. On land, lion prides and wild dog packs move as one, each member playing a vital role in the hunt, their success hinging on flawless cooperation. Meerkats take turns standing sentry, scanning for danger while their family forages. Elephants, with gentle strength, form living fortresses around their young and work together to rescue calves from mud or rivers, their bonds unbreakable. Army ants unite to become a living bridge, their bodies linking to span gaps and carry the colony forward. Honeybees cluster tightly, fanning their wings in perfect harmony to cool the hive or generate warmth, each bee a vital part of the whole. In coral cities, tiny crabs stand guard, fending off invaders to protect their home, while clownfish and anemones form alliances, each offering shelter or defense in a delicate balance of give and take. Flocks of birds twist and turn in mesmerizing unison, their movements a silent conversation that confuses predators. Herds of wildebeest thunder across the plains, their numbers a shield against danger, their journey a testament to collective endurance. Nature is a web of relationships. Spiders weave intricate traps, while ants farm aphids or carry leaves in endless lines, each individual's effort magnified by the group. Beavers engineer dams that transform landscapes, and termites build towering mounds with complex ventilation, their architectural feats possible only through tireless collaboration. When challenges arise, animals unite. Penguins huddle in icy winds, sharing warmth, passing precious eggs from parent to parent, their survival a triumph of unity. On land, in the sea, and through the sky, the language of teamwork echoes everywhere. From the synchronized flight of birds to the coordinated migrations of sea creatures, unity is nature's greatest strength. The story of life is a story of connection, where every alliance, every act of cooperation paves the way for survival and success. In the animal kingdom, teamwork is not just a strategy, it is the masterpiece that shapes the world, proving that together we are always stronger. Gap to ooze. Above the wild landscapes, a different kind of alliance unfolds, one that soars on silent wings and sharp instincts. Birds, often perceived as solitary flyers, reveal astonishing feats of collective intelligence when it comes to the hunt. In open fields and city outskirts, crows gather in clever conspiracies. A group fans out, some distracting a vigilant prey while others circle behind, poised for the perfect moment. Their calls become coded signals, a language of strategy honed over generations. Together they outwit even the most cautious of their targets, sharing the spoils with remarkable discipline. Gap twos. Along sunlit coastlines, brown pelicans glide in formation, scanning the shimmering surface below. Suddenly, as if responding to an unspoken command, the flock wheels and dives in perfect synchrony. Their wings fold, bodies arrowing into the water, each bird targeting a different patch of the silvery school beneath. The chaos of splashes belies a careful plan. By striking together, they corral the fish, trapping them in a shrinking circle of beaks and wings. Gap twos. In the African savannas, carmine bee-eaters demonstrate aerial choreography. They line the riverbanks, launching in coordinated bursts over swarms of insects. One group flushes prey into the air, while others swoop in to snatch the bounty mid-flight. Every movement is calculated, every pass a piece of a greater design, maximizing the harvest and minimizing wasted effort. Gap twos. Even in the harshest tundras, snowy owls hunt in loose coalitions. While one owl flushes rodents from their burrows, others await in the shadows, ready to intercept the fleeing prey. Success is shared, a testament to the silent bonds that unite these feathered hunters. Gap twos. Across continents, from bustling city parks to remote wetlands, birds prove that the sky itself is a stage for teamwork. Their coordinated strategies are not just instinct, they are a living testament to the power of shared purpose, where each wing beat, each call, and each dive brings the group closer to triumph. Voiceover. Beneath our feet in shadowed chambers and bustling corridors, the world's smallest architects orchestrate grand alliances. Ants, nature's tireless engineers, move as one, each individual a living thread in a vibrant tapestry of purpose. In the heart of the rainforest, leafcutter ants march in endless columns, carving trails through tangled undergrowth. Their jaws shear through leaves, each worker carrying a fragment many times its own weight. But their true genius lies not in strength, but in cooperation. Deep within their subterranean cities, the harvested leaves feed a hidden fungus, the colony's lifeblood. Some ants tend to the garden, others stand sentinel against invaders, while yet more care for the delicate brood. Every task, every role is synchronized, ensuring the survival of millions. Gap twos. In the sun-baked savannas, termites rise as silent builders, sculpting cathedral-like mounds that tower above the grass. Inside, a labyrinth of tunnels channels cool air, nurturing a delicate balance for the colony's queen and her subjects. Workers tirelessly repair, soldiers patrol the walls, and specialized nymphs groom and feed the next generation. When danger lurks, perhaps a hungry anteater or a rival swarm, the colony responds as a single entity. Alarm signals ripple through the ranks, sending warriors to the breach and workers to safety. Gap twos. These insect societies thrive not through brute force, but through intricate communication, pheromones, vibrations, and subtle touch. Decisions emerge from a million tiny actions, each ant or termite playing its part, guided by the needs of the whole. In these hidden worlds, the line between individual and collective blurs. Survival depends not on the strength of one, but on the unity of many. Here, in the dark and the dust, the most extraordinary feats of teamwork unfold, silent, unseen, and vital to the balance of life itself. The voiceover. Beneath the glittering surface of the world's reefs, a different kind of alliance flourishes, one built not within a single species, but between many. Here, the coral labyrinth is alive with partnerships, each as vital as the next. Among the swaying anemones, vibrant clownfish dart in and out of stinging tentacles. The anemone's arms offer the fish protection from prowling predators, while the clownfish, in turn, fend off hungry intruders and keep their host clean of debris. This partnership, mutualism in its purest form, allows both to thrive where alone survival would be uncertain. Elsewhere, cleaner wrasses set up underwater stations, where larger fish queue up for a thorough inspection. The wrasses pluck parasites and dead skin from gills and scales, providing relief and health to their clients. In return, the cleaners feast on a steady supply of food, and their distinctive dance signals safety, even to the most fearsome predators. But these alliances extend far beyond the obvious. Tiny gobies share burrows with watchful shrimp, the goby acting as lookout, while the shrimp tirelessly maintains their shared home. If danger approaches, a flick of the goby's tail warns the shrimp, and both retreat to safety. Each of these partnerships is a delicate negotiation, shaped by millions of years of evolution. Communication is silent, flashes of color, subtle movements, chemical cues. Trust is built, breached, and rebuilt in the ever-changing theater of the reef. In these underwater cities, survival is not a solitary endeavor. It is a symphony of cooperation, where differences are not just tolerated but embraced. Through these alliances, the reef endures, resilient, adaptive, and alive with the quiet power of partnership. Voiceover. Across the sun-baked plains and arid grasslands, tiny mammals wage a constant battle against the unseen dangers lurking in the wild. Here, the true masters of vigilance are not the largest or the fiercest, but the most alert, the sentinels of the animal kingdom. In the heart of southern Africa, meerkats stand tall atop sandy mounds, their eyes scanning the horizon. Each member of the group knows their role. Some forage for insects and roots, others care for the young, but always one stands guard. With a sharp bark or a shrill whistle, the sentinel can warn the entire mob of approaching danger, perhaps a swooping eagle or a prowling jackal. In an instant, the group vanishes into their burrows, safe beneath the earth. The safety of the many rests on the vigilance of the few. And trust is the currency that binds them. Across the Atlantic, prairie dogs form sprawling towns beneath the grasslands of North America. Above ground, they appear playful, exchanging chirps and nuzzles. But these signals are part of a complex language, a code that relays the size, speed, and even the type of predator nearby. When a threat is spotted, a chorus of alarm barks echoes across the colony, sending every prairie dog scrambling for cover. Their burrow networks are intricate, with multiple entrances and escape routes, a testament to generations of cooperative engineering. These alliances are not born of blood alone. Outsiders may be welcomed, enemies fiercely repelled, and sentries rotated with discipline. Each day, these small mammals trust their lives to the watchfulness of others, their survival a collective achievement. Theirs is a world where cooperation is not a choice, but a necessity, a living network of eyes, ears, and voices, woven tightly together by the shared promise of protection. In the endless contest between predator and prey, it is often the smallest who survive, not through strength, but through unity and the quiet courage of standing watch for the group. Voiceover. Across the sweeping grasslands and savannas, a quiet partnership unfolds, one that bridges the gap between feather and fur. Here, the oxpecker finds its place atop the broad backs of buffalo, rhinos, and antelope, forming an alliance as old as the plains themselves. With nimble feet and a keen eye, the oxpecker navigates the thick hides of its massive hosts. It plucks parasites, ticks, flies, and other pests from the dense fur and sensitive skin, feasting on what would otherwise sap the health and strength of these giants. In return, the oxpecker receives a constant supply of food and a safe vantage point high above the dangers of the ground. But this relationship is more than a simple exchange. The oxpecker is also a vigilant sentinel, alerting its host to approaching danger with sharp, urgent calls. A sudden flutter or a piercing shriek can warn of stalking predators, granting the buffalo precious moments to react. Yet, this partnership is not without its complexities. While the birds provide relief, they also sometimes feed on the wounds of their hosts, blurring the line between helper and opportunist. Still, for countless generations, this mutualistic bond has shaped the rhythm of life on the plains. In the vast tapestry of the Savannah, the oxpecker and the buffalo move as one, each benefiting, each adapting, each surviving through their unique connection. Together they embody the subtle power of cooperation between species, where survival is not just an individual pursuit, but a shared endeavor, woven through the fabric of the wild. Voiceover. Across continents, a breathtaking spectacle unfolds every year, a living tide of hooves and horns, muscle and instinct. This is the Great Migration, where millions of animals move as one, united by an ancient rhythm that pulses through the wild. On the African plains, endless columns of wildebeest and zebra surge forward, their numbers stretching beyond the horizon. Driven by the promise of rain and fresh grass, they embark on a journey fraught with peril. Rivers swollen with crocodiles, parched stretches of sun-baked earth, and prowling predators test the resolve of the herd. Yet it is the power of unity that carries them onward. Each individual finds safety within the mass, confusion in numbers overwhelming the hunters that lie in wait. Far to the north, caribou traverse the tundra in sweeping arcs, their migration one of the longest on Earth. Calves, barely days-old, match stride with their mothers, crossing icy rivers and windswept valleys. The herd moves with purpose, guided by memory, scent, and the subtle cues of the changing season. Wolves and bears shadow their progress, but the sheer scale of the migration is a shield. Together, the caribou defy the odds. In these vast movements, there is no single leader, only the collective wisdom of the group. The migration is a living current, shaped by the landscape and the pulse of survival. Paths may shift, obstacles may arise, but the drive to move forward endures. This is nature's grand procession, a testament to the strength found in numbers and the silent coordination that binds each animal to the next. In the dance of migration, the wild reveals its most profound secret, that survival is a journey best traveled together.